morning. We have saved the best until last. Welcome to Prospex and what we think might be our strongest ever diver's watch collection. I think most of you already know a lot about our diver's watches. Ever since 1965, when we made our first one, we have continuously pushed back the boundaries in diver's watch technology. We are particularly proud of the fact, because of our work, part of the ISO standard for diver's watch was developed on the basis of Seiko's own standard. In 2018, two landmarks in this long history are honored in new Prospex creations. In 1968, Seiko made Japan's first high-beat divers, and 10 years later, the world's first quartz saturation diver's watch. Now, these two important watches are remembered in commemorative creations that have the same design, but bring to them latest Seiko technology. In 1968, just 3 years after our first diver's watch was made, Seiko's engineers raised the bar again with a high-beat diver's watch that was 300-meter water resistant. It had a 10-beat high-precision automatic caliber and one-piece case structure. It may have been built for the ocean, but this did not stop two Japanese climbers to take this watch to the top of the Mount Everest in 1970. By the way, they were the first Japanese climbers to have done so. This is the watch that we recreated. Like the original, our recreation features a one-piece case construction. However, the 1968 original was designed only for air diving, while our new recreation is specified for saturation diving. The second big difference is that it incorporates caliber 8L55, a high-beat caliber specially designed for divers' use. The watch is made by hand by the skilled craftsmen and women in the Shizuku-ishi Watch Studio in Morioka in the northern part of Japan. It is offered as a limited edition, but we know that will be very much in demand. So, we have also made what we call a modern reinterpretation that echoes its design, but it is executed with a thinner bezel and a more contemporary feel. It uses the 6R caliber, which allows the case to have a slim profile. We'll promote this very striking watch widely in our advertising later this year. Let me move on to our second anniversary Prospex watch. We have recreated the world's first quartz saturation diver's watch from 1978. This watch had a dramatic start in life. The year it was first released, it was on the list of the explorer called Naomi Uemura when he became the first man to trek alone to the North Pole. Incidentally, he was one of the mountaineers who had taken Seiko to the top of Everest 8 years before. A few years later, the same watch went abroad, a research submersible, and worked perfectly 1,062 meters below the surface, despite being specified to just 600 meters. So, this watch proved itself both at the northernmost part of the world and 1,000 meters under the sea. And its quartz movement gave it the greater precision with a slimmer and lighter case. Its fame slowly increased, and indeed, it remained part of the Seiko collection for many years. In recreating this watch, we have been faithful to the design, but we have, of course, used our latest technology and materials. The water resistance has been increased to 1,000 meters. The outer case is made of zirconia ceramic. It features all the innovations that Seiko brought to divers' watches in the 1970s, including the double-layer construction with one piece in a case, the L-shaped gasket for helium resistance, and accordion-style strap. The name Prospex is short for Professional Specifications. This watch is the perfect example of what Prospex is all about. This recreation is also offered as a limited edition, and it will not surprise you to know that we have also made what we call a modern reinterpretation. It is powered by light and delivers 200-meter water distance in a case that is slimmer and smaller and therefore wearable in any situation. I have shown you just 4 of our new Prospex Divers Watch collection, but there are several more, and we think it is our strongest ever divers introduction. Please come and see us in Hall 1 and judge for yourself. You will see that Prospex is the main focus for our communication. And we have a new ambassador who is going to help us with this communication. I'm very happy to announce that our new Prospex partner is the distinguished ocean explorer and conservationist, Fabien Cousteau. You will be familiar with his grandfather, Jacques Cousteau, one of the men whose invention made possible and popular modern scuba diving. As Jacques' eldest grandson, Fabien grew up with the sea in his blood. He even learned how to scuba dive on his 4th birthday. Like his grandfather and his father before him, Fabien has dedicated his life to exploring the oceans and to marine conservation, with projects like Mission 31, in which he spent 31 days in underwater research station. Fabien challenges us all to look afresh at the marine world and its importance. In 2016, Fabien created his own educational institute, the Fabien Cousteau Ocean Learning Center, and Seiko is very pleased to support its work to educate people about ways to protect and preserve the planet's flora and endangered marine habitats. Central to this initiative is new dedicated Instagram account which will feature Fabien's activities, his adventures, and discoveries. We hope it will become a valued resource for all lovers of the ocean. Here is one of the advertisements that will run with Fabien, as well as promoting our Prospex collection. We hope ads like this will create interest in his work. May I now invite you into the world that Fabien and Prospex now share in this short film?
The sea taught me. We humans are only just beginning to understand the world that lies hidden underwater. The fish, the coral reefs, the creatures that live there. The undiscovered blue. Every time we dive, scenes of the unexpected await. Under the sea, everyone is a discoverer. So let's go. Everything starts with an adventure, a challenge. Man must find out more about the world underwater. Seiko Prospex.
Thank you. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new partner of Seiko Prospex, Fabien Cousteau.
Messieurs, Mesdames, bonjour, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You can imagine as a third-generation ocean explorer, an aquanaut, and an ocean conservationist, the ocean is an integral part of my life. In all of modern-day ocean exploration, we've explored less than 5% of that aquatic realm. So many adventures and discoveries await. And I am excited to have been teaming up with Seiko. It is a highly respected brand within the dive community. Integrity, honesty, generosity are just some of the attributes that I have witnessed with the company. To dive a little deeper, The spirit of Prospex reflects a commonality with what drives me. It strives to be of quality, up to the task, and always to have a great curiosity to explore the unknown. For me, Prospex is not only a symbol of commitment, it is a symbol of dedication, of curiosity, of exploration, of evolution, and of adaptation to the needs at hand. It is a symbol of continually striving to always be better than already great. That drive is something that is essential in addressing what the desires and needs of people like myself are. The commitment to our craft has brought us in perfect synchronistic alignment. Discover Your Planet is a perfect tagline to me because it's reconnecting what makes us human beings. It conjures up imagination, passion, connection, and sparks the curiosity to go and discover what your planet is. I've been scuba diving since my 4th birthday, so I've been blessed with the opportunity to be diving, let's say, for a few years. And whether diving recreationally or in the extreme parameters on expedition, I always wear a dive watch. And although I did wear a dive computer as well, there are always risks. And that risk is mitigated by having a diver's watch as the perfect backup plan. And like many people, I've admired Seiko's reliability. It is an absolute honor to represent Seiko as a trusted brand and partner, and Seiko Prospex is very near and dear to my heart. Many adventures await, so let's discover your planet. Thank you very much.